Did you?
Yeah.
About here?
Yeah, we were a band. Like when you were school, like of course you were secondary school, but then probably in their early 20s with a band called Alza Minus. There were guys off from the town, and great time, great memories.
Of course.
All dead Kennedys and conflict, and maybe a bit of Buzzcocks.
Brilliant. Who would you admire most in that? Buzzcocks? Undertones maybe no.
Undertones, but like when you get older or you get into more punk, you get into more heavier kind of stuff like Exploited and all that kind of crack. But there was a brilliant festival there this weekend in Letterkenny, down the RCC. Outcast was down at it.
Oh, right. I heard something about that. How'd that go?
Very good now.
Excellent.
Good crowds, good feedback on it.
Is the punk scene sort of about, or
we're still living?
We're still living.
We polish up our docks now and again.
Not as mad on the stage, maybe.
No, we can't stand about.
Very
like
good.
you can't.
But no, man. But come here, the boys are doing well. The Expedition are doing
great. They're doing good.
Great to see. They're great sound, like they work well.
They're hard working now. They're doing a wee tour coming up now. Long week. Maybe you had Brian Marabou up there.
Yeah.
So them String Cup Puppets are doing a wee tour around Ireland in the summer.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, it can only be positive. I just want to go on these individually. How long are you playing the squeeze? I'm going to call it squeeze accordion. Is it?
I would have played and through the march. The girls went through traditional music. I would have learnt my instrument through the marching bands. Era. So probably about 13. So I was talking to Mary earlier. So probably 1981 was the formation of the Convoy Band. So that was a band, and that was a big thing at the time. And I hadn't played in that maybe for 4 or 5 years, and then maybe about 10 years ago Kieran bought me this an accordion, not this one, another one for Christmas. There's a box sitting on Christmas morning, open it up, and I suppose it's like riding a bike. It's just started back into it.
Did you miss it? Had you missed it?
I suppose life, you got to that stage where you just moved on, and and then as I say, when Kieran bought it, then it just did come back to you. And I think me and Mary was talking a lot about the bands. Mary was in the Emerald Band.
The Emerald Band, yeah.
And it's it brought back a lot of memories to us, and good
memories.
Good memories.
That's
and
what it's all
it
about.
was a great.
Are you enjoying this now?
Yeah, I came in. The girls Kieran and the girls were at it before the traditional side, before myself. And then I can't remember when, a couple of years after, maybe I joined, and
I can't get too far away.
No. But at least you can get out. Very good. Well, that's good. Eunice, and long may it continue. How long's the formation? How long have you been formed?
12 years, isn't it?
Yeah, about 11 and a half, 12 years.
About 12 years, so we were right.
Yeah.
As I say, we all kind of met through the class.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, we done the score. So
where's the Emerald Band, Mary?
The Emerald Band, so I was in the Letterkenny Emerald Band.
Letterkenny.
So it ceased to exist. I don't know what year it dissolved now. But I would have been in the Emerald Band, and Eunice would have been in the Convoy Band, and then the other band in our section in the Donegal Marching Bands category would have been the Drumkeen Band. So at competitions, throughout the county and throughout Ireland, we would have been competing against each other. And so I would have been in it around the same time as Eunice. Yeah.
You're not involved in it anymore, really?
Not involved in it anymore. I would have left it then in my teens, and then didn't pick up the accordion then for about 20 years.
Wow.
And then I was enrolling my daughter into music with Paul Harrigan at Clonakillia there. And I happened to say to him, would you take on an adult class? And he said he would. So we put out the feelers, and myself and Mary Rose used to go to the same traditional music class years and years ago.
Very good.
And so it was through that I went back to trad. But my days of the marching band, I left that probably in about 91, I think it was.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. And you're enjoying this?
I'm enjoying it. I am. Love the trad. Love the crack.
Well, that's what it's all about.
Love the chat. There's nights we chat more than we play.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, and very therapeutical. It's all for the mind. It's nothing to do with the gossip, you know what I mean? Yeah. And Marie, yourself in the band, how long have you been playing the fiddle and stuff like that?
Playing music. I was started when my sister and my other sister Evelyn, the three of us used to play together. Started about 9 or 10.
You played together, the three of you?
Three of us played as a family. We played together, accordion and tin whistle. And
excellent.
then I got the fiddle, and my aunt brought a fiddle from America back a number of years ago. So I took a few lessons on the.
And you just went for it then.
And
I love fiddles. I love looking at them, and they always seem to be great characters. And I'm going to. Is that an old one?
it's pretty old. It's pretty old. Yeah, it is.
You'd be amazed how many people would come up here, you know, and the fiddle. They're old fiddles that they have.
Yeah, it has old. She brought it back in the late 60s, early 70s. She brought it back from.
That's the one she brought back.
That's the one she brought back. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I played then for.
Routines.
Culters, we played routines. I gave it up then when I was about say 17, 18, went to work in Dublin, and the fiddle lay up in the press for 35 years.
No way.
Until we joined.
And how did you find that? You know, did you just click into it once again like riding a bicycle?
Yeah, it just comes back. It comes back to you.
Class.
To you,
Ah, that's brilliant. And you're enjoying it, obviously.
Loving it, yeah.
Ah, that's brilliant. And Anne, yourself, because your sisters, obviously, you know. And what instrument do you play?
I started off with the tin whistle and I took up the fiddle then a few years ago as well.
Are you self-taught in that, or?
No, we went with the tin whistle. Suppose we learned when we were young just and kept it up. And then with the fiddle, then I I'd done a few lessons when I was around my 20s for that, and then like that life got busy. You had your own family,
I know.
and give it up again. So took it back up then. Just bought a fiddle when I went to Paul Harrigan's class again, and took it up from there.
And obviously you're enjoying it.
Oh, loving
do
it.
you see when you go away from it for a period of time, you come back into it, do you get more out of it then? Is it do you value it more? Or?
Yeah, you've more time for it. It's now a hobby. Like
no pressure, like as such.
You're not being sent by your parents to classes, like you're going by your own volition.
I know. And Mary Rose, yourself there, you're on the. Is it one wrong? My ignorance. A flute. I was going to call it a flute, or we call it something else. And how long are you playing that?
Well, I suppose I started the music when I was about 7, and I went to lessons. Actually, myself and Mary used to go to the same teacher. She was Teresa McClure was her name, and she was a Buncrana woman, and she used to do it in Letterkenny on a Friday evening. And so we went to the lessons there, and she had a group in Buncrana and she had a group in Letterkenny. So then when it came to the Flackyall time, she would amalgamate the two groups, and she would pick for the groupie call, and then for the bands or whatever she'd take from the two groups. So Paul Harrigan, who's currently our teacher, was in the other group down in Buncrana, and we used to compete in the Flas together. So I gave it up then when I was about 15 maybe. And then I'm a teacher out in Glenswally, and I used to teach the tin whistle and all the time to the older classes. And then I really hadn't played myself until after my youngest child was born, and like that I got a present from my husband of the flute. So I started doing lessons, and then Mary's child and my child were in the one class, so she sent a message to say that the lessons were starting up, so that's why I started back into it.
God, there's a funny coincidence there, isn't there?
There was a lot, and funny enough, there's a lot of, I would have, and a lot of the people that started back at the lessons would have been at the original lessons, except for Paul was the teacher, and we were the students of that, so we kind of...
Isn't it funny about the way, you know, you have a similar story as regards leaving it for a long time?
I think the teenage years, and you kind of become preoccupied with other things, and then you come back to them when you've time.
Was the Flackyalls, was it competitive? Was there pressure on you?
It was, well, there wasn't pressure, it was enjoyable, because at that time you're oblivious to stress, really, you know. And we went to 2 All-Irelands, I remember so well. It was a big journey down to Kilkenny, and we went up to the Dublin hotel, I think it was the Derrickville, and we stayed there overnight and went down to Kilkenny the next day. And then the following year we went to Listowel, and the crack was mighty. And you're always competing against the same kind of groups, you know, that kind of way. So the competition would have been big, but it would have been a bit of crack, you know, that kind of way.
That's good. Would you encourage young people to take it up?
I think it's a great way of socialising. I really do. And even some of the group here would go to the Cultus sessions in Letterkenny, you know. And there's young people there. It's a great way of socialising and meeting people, and especially when you go to college.
I know, and see the instrument, you can always take it with you. Like you can pop
That's
up in
it.
it. If you're sitting somewhere and somebody was out a fiddle, like it's going to, it's going to be a nice crack. Like.
Exactly.
Am I pronouncing this right? Kevin Boyle.
Yeah.
Up the Taylors. And who's this? Johnny B's Lions. You're all brilliant. Credit to Glenn, Spully, Bridget and John. David Doherty said you're fabulous guys. And Patricia Higgley says well done to you all, and pile of wee hearts. And Christy Murray, well done folks, enjoying the vibe. And Patricia Gallagher says, well done. Paul Harrigan's on there. He says, you're sounding great. And Stella Doherty was on from Buncrana and said, big shout out from Buncrana. Hey. Are you from Buncrana? No.
Letterkenny.
That's Jimmy's sister.
Yeah, Glenswally, yeah.
Oh, is that your
sister?
She lives in Buncrana.
Oh, very good. Very good. Well, come here. We'd love to get another piece of music and chat more. Because it's a lovely story. You know, it's a lovely story how it's come together. But the next piece of music you're going to do for us is what? No, do you know what we'll do? We'll take an ad break, and we'll come back with, what'll it be?
Jigs.
Cats Meow and Jimmy Wards.
Brilliant. After this break, don't go away.
If you're with FBD Insurance and your van gets robbed, it's not a flippin' bloomin' disaster. That's not what FBD stands for. FBD stands for support. We support van owners like you by covering your work tools up to the value of €500 if they're stolen with your van. FBD Insurance. Support. It's what we do. Visit your local branch to talk to your FBD Insurance team. Requires valid van theft claim. Excludes electronics and software. T's and C's and normal underwriting criteria apply. Underwritten by FBD Insurance plc. FBD Insurance Group Limited, trading as FBD Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Enhance your skills with SafeTech's part-funded training programs. At SafeTech, we provide courses including first aid, roadworks, people moving and handling, confined spaces, electrofusion and machinery training for Ireland and UK sites. Also online programs such as water hygiene, construction supervisors, safety reps and much more.